Well, it's the seventh day of the week, and I guess as far as I know, I think it is anyway. Yeah, it's Friday. So Tovia Singer, he's banned from his I can write and it shadow bans me or censors me and all that disgusting practice. Both of my both of my accounts are shadow censored from him. So, it's just disgusting practice, this shadow censoring. If you censor someone, you tell them that you censor them. If you don't tell them you censor them and they sit and waste time making messages and all that, that's just evil. That's just utter evil, wicked. Um, if you don't have any connect, if you can sit there and you can use time, and it's just evil. If you don't tell the person that, hey, your messages are not getting through because we banned you. So you post your messages, you can see that you posted your messages, but that's only on your own account. You can't see them from anywhere else. So no one is responding. It's just disgusting practice. Anyway, so Tovia Singer, I can't write anything and on his videos anyway, so I just, and I just, I unsubscribed to his channel, because, what's the point if I can't even write on his videos? And he's clearly working for the devil. But yeah, it's very sad to see, but yeah, he's just gone totally overboard with the devil and doing everything he can to ruin people in regards to the truth. But anyway, what's the point if I can't message him on, why is YouTube still pushing his, it took his, I didn't want to follow along with his nonsense, and I'm still getting like, oh, Tovia Singer and this and that. Now it's like the second time that I'm telling YouTube to stop promoting his videos. So that was in regards to Tovia Singer. Sadly, don't think he will ever repent from his bullshit, and he has a lot of bullshit, that's for sure. It's very sad, but yeah, like Daniel. We have lost in regards to the camera. That's another bullshit thing of. Anyway, we have Daniel 9, 70 weeks fulfilled. The last day or the last week, the last year of that week was 34 AD, 33 of 34 AD. Then afterwards, the city and the temple was destroyed, 70 AD. And then you have a future week of time, which is still future. And that's pretty much in regards to the prophecies of things in regards to that. And of course, Jesus fulfilled the 70 weeks. So that's how it is. And in regards to Daniel 9, there's a lot of you can just move to the last part of Daniel 9. There's a lot of praying and all that in the beginning, so it's just very concentrated at the end in regards to the 70 weeks. Well, 70 weeks, then 62 weeks, that's 69 weeks, and thereafter the Messiah will be cut off after the 69 week. That happened in the 70 week, around 30 AD. That's when the issues in the temple began, 40 years before its destruction. That is recorded by the Babylonian and Jerusalem Talmud. I think it might also be recorded by Josephus, but I'm not entirely sure. But like the last one I saw with Tovia, just garbage, garbage, garbage. If you want to listen to garbage, just go listen to Tovia Singer, because he's stinking out of his mouth. It's just outpouring garbage all the time. Pretty much it's just the stench is just terrible. So now the last time they were talking about that the Christians was using some sources that is found in the Talmud, and so we're not allowed to point out something from the Talmud. Give me a break. It's like the same with the Mohammedans, right? when you point out that Jesus is God, and for example, in regards of that Allah, according to the Quran, who they believe is God, is the first and the last. This is a specific title of God, you know. So you go to the Tanakh, and you find that the first and the last is Jehovah. Okay. And of course, Jehovah is God Almighty. So you have both the Quran pointing out that God, the God of all, is having a title in regards to the first and the last. That this is a specific title in regards of God. And then you go to the New Testament, and then you see that Jesus himself is proclaiming that he's the first and the last, who was dead and is now alive forevermore. Now, what is Jesus claiming to be? Well, he's claiming to be God. Now then the Mohammedans will say, well, you can't quote from the Quran and all that because, why? Why am I not allowed to quote from your bullshit blasphemous book and point a finger out? Why am I not allowed to do that? Because you people are full of bullshit and demons and absolute, deceptions and lies and all that. Is that why I'm not allowed to use your bullshit stinking book? Anyway, it's like it just flies over the head of these people because they're clinging to the devil. It's incredible how many disgusting, filthy people that is out there that clings to the devil. But that's just how it is. And they will do anything and everything to run away from the truth. It's deeply disgusting, but there's billions of people in this world that is running away from the truth. Anyway, so in regards of censorship, of course, we're getting censored on every level on the internet these days. You have like search engines that are doing their thing. You have platforms doing their thing. And of course, I'm now 30 days in Facebook jail for a stupid, you gotta be kidding me, a message that is just ridiculous, Let's see what, I think I have the message like here, something like that. Let's see here. No. I thought I had it on my... No, it's probably on the... Okay. Yeah, well, I tried to post it on... Well, maybe I actually have it posted on Gab, but now Gab has also, by the way, stopped that you can't... That's another topic, of course. Anyway, let's just go to my profile, see if we can find the post where it talks about what I was actually banned for. It might be on it. Oh yeah, here it is. So this is what I was banned for on Facebook. And we can zoom. So I wrote this. I guess Sarah was thrown out of Israel and rejected entry to the Holy Land. Sad. Because Christians are so dangerous and so terrible telling people about Jesus or something. Now, that, as far as I recall, is the message that put me 30 days in Facebook jail. Isn't that interesting? 30 days in Facebook jail for a message like that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I have a hard time remembering everything and all that. But anyway, like, talking about Sarah. Sarah was she was preaching in Israel and all that, and they did not allow her entry last time she wanted to go there. So anyway, so I got 30 days in Facebook jail for a bullshit message. The other 2 times I did not find out what I was actually censored for or was put in jail for and all that, but it's a continual process that have been ongoing for the last 3 or 4 years or something like that. So anyway, I wanted to post an image on Gap, and apparently they have changed their politics, so apparently if you want to post a message, you have to upgrade. Of course, this is the Sabbath, so we shouldn't be, but it's just, are you kidding me? Like, I need to pay for putting an image up on Gap? It's, you gotta be kidding me. Just to post an image, I need to be, whatever. So I was actually in a group, and I put up a message in regards to my 30 days and all that. And then I wanted to put up, the picture from it. And then I couldn't do it. Then I got this screen up, which, you would think it's a joke, right? But it's not. It's like, what? I need to pay to upload images. I could have understood videos, but images, I'm not allowed to post an image. Like, an image is like nothing compared to videos, right? So I could have understand it if they actually had something in regards to videos. But like images? Like, are you kidding me? Anyway, so I wrote if this was, and my message got deleted from the group. And I was censored, or was kicked out of the group. So I'm not allowed to write. I was writing another message to search out people, but at that point I was already banned. I was, see here if I might be able to find one of the, here we go. So you can see here, actually one of them is writing me. Can I push here? Welcome to Gab. You may now speak freely, someone says. In Christ alone, I follow back. Error posting status message. You are not a member of this group. Code 422. I just posted 2 messages on the group. One of them disappeared. I was making another longer message about myself and wanted to post it. Oh, you're not part of the group anymore. So that's just interesting, right? Jim in Christ alone. Welcome to Gap. You may now speak freely. It's like I just got banned. Oh, sorry, I just got sent. What do you call it? Yeah, I just got kicked out of the group. So I can't post back to him. But anyway, so it sounds looks like a pretty pretty interesting guy. So I followed him. So. Anyway, so because one of our messages in regards to the 30 days was, what do you call it? Someone else posted further, and thereby a good amount of people have seen the message. Usually people don't see many of my messages because, not many are following me. So, but that's So I got a lot of those. And I got 30 days. What was picked up and sent forward in the system and all that. So, but usually not much is happening. Because people are, a lot of people are Roman papists and all that. They're not really Protestants. So, and these people that actually wrote to me, I would like to write back to them, but, Now this one I seem to have written back, might be before they censored me. Let's see here, if we can. See here, test. Yeah, as you can see, I'm banned, or whatever we want to call it. Error posting stat. It can't even tell you. Well, it tells you you're not a member. Yeah, well, anyway. So, but it can't even tell you that you have been banned or anything like that. It just tells you, oh, you're not a member. Okay. Instead of just saying, hey, you've been banned, they don't allow you to be in the group anymore. It's like, oh yeah. So that's Gap, pretty much. And that's a pure plot. Let's see here, comment. Let's see here. I don't really get much, there's not really much going on really with people and all that. But it's like I can't even write to my own message, I can't, it's 13 replies, right? It's typical. Every time something begins to, like there's multiple messages here. And I can't write to any of them, and it's like, hello? Like, you want to say something to them, right? You would like to respond to these people, right? And yet, finally something happens on Gap. Finally, there's some activity on Gap and all that, and then boom, kicked out, So, and apparently I did respond to this guy just before I got deleted or, got banned from the group. So I would have, I tried to respond to this and that one, and yeah, he's correct, absolutely. Can I actually like it? I can like it, okay. Well, at least so far so good, Well, let's just at least give them a like, Kind of, I'm in on Facebook for 2 years. Let's give that a like as well. And let's want to like. Yeah, I would like to respond to this guy, but can't do that. Censorship is the tool used when the lie loses its power. UN goes to war against our free speech. Get the UN out of the US and the US out of the UN. Truth sounds like hate to those who hate the truth. Yeah. That's pretty good. But yeah, again, Gap has censored me as well. Whatever owns this group in regards to introduction. Yep. Well, good work. I'm not sure about that, but anyway, let's just give it a thumbs up as at least something, when I can't. In regards to 180 days, yeah, well, I guess the last 4 years I've been banned. Welcome to Gap. Well, kind of been on Gap up some time, but anyway, let's just give him a. But yeah, I can't write to these people because of censorship, right? It's like the whole point of Gap is to not be censored, right? So it's not the. Yeah, well, I don't know in regards to the introduction yourself, in regards of who actually owns this. This is a moderator group with a lot of people. Off-topic post will vanish. No polls, please. Off-site links are not allowed, and no self-promotion of any type. Blocking a moderator equal removal. Digital affiliated marketers will be removed from the group. You may post links to your own Gap group once a week. Okay. Well, whatever the case, I'm banned and blocked apparently. I don't know if I can mute group, share group. No. How do I, like, on the mobile, try to join the group? Let's see here. Let's try this one. Is there any button to be part of the group? Nah, I can't figure this out. Oh well, I guess it is what it is. Yeah. Oh well, that's just sad, you know. Would I like to write to I come to gap for freedom of speech according to the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Hope you like what I have to say. I don't keep my tongue in my pocket. Yeah, well, can't write to you. Well, I can write directly to him. And here we see the gap thing in regards to hating the Jews. Oh boy, you must be a brave individual. Unless you're calling out the Zionist Jews, you won't be providing us any useful information. The true truth seekers always ends at the Jews. Yeah, bullshit. This is a Roman Catholic platform, and it doesn't, they don't want to talk about the Jesuits or the Roman world order and all that. It's a really lots of Jew hatred on this platform. And in regards of you may now speak freely. Yeah, nah. Nah, not really. Well, one thing I will give Gab is that they haven't removed my account. They have removed me there's multiple groups out there on Gab that has removed me. If you actually, if you could look at the stats and all that, I would think, be in the top tier or top points of people getting banned from groups and all that. Although I don't know, but it wouldn't be a surprise. A lot of the Christian groups and different other, you just get censored everywhere, and that's a problem. And you can also see it when people post, because if they, yeah. Well, anyway. Oh my. So apparently we're not allowed to put pictures on Gap. I don't know if that seems to be kind of a death wish for them. It seems like Gap is trying to kill itself, because how many is going to use Gap if they can't post any images? I could understand video and other things of that nature, but to not be allowed to post images, that seems to be somewhat extreme. And I don't have enough activity either on Gap that I really have anything to further. I've used it a little, when I haven't been able to use Facebook. I've used, Gap, and if I have something I need to move from one place to another, from my mobile to the computer, from the computer to the mobile, or something like that, I've used it for that as well. But yeah, it seems like you can't post any images anymore. So, yeah. So this was the last picture I guess I posted. 19 hours ago I posted this in regards to my video play and all that. No response and all that is typical. I don't get much response from anyone. Anyway, so this is the last picture I guess I'll upload on Gap if they don't change their thing. So it's like 43 followers, 40 following. It's not a biggie, and I guess many of these followers are not active anyway. So it's kind of, who's that? This account is private. You must request to follow a private account. Private. Oh, that's the lock thing, I guess, means that it's locked, that only specific people can see. Okay. Let's see. A cowboy girl. That's pretty cool, I guess. A cowboy girl. Cowboy girl. Uh-huh. Looks a little like too much Christmas. But yeah, it's, a cowboy girl. Yeah, okay. Guess she's from the USA. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, sewing, embroidering. Yeah, sounds a little more like. Singing. I like romantic comedy movies. I'm on the right side, which is why I'm here. Free speech. God bless America. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Although I don't like that image. It seems more like, new age nonsense and all that. I don't know, just complaining about oh, I can try to say hello. Hi. I already written to her. That was in regards of not asking a woman about her age. I think there was another image on it beforehand. Yeah, well, anyway. You don't ask a woman of her age. Give me a break with the bullshit. That's already an indication that the woman is too old. Younger women wouldn't have any issue telling them your age. It only becomes a problem when they get too old. It's like, above 25. Although I don't have a direct statistic on it. It could be interesting to see when they begin to actually tell you, well, you don't ask about a woman's age and all that. Well, okay. Well, why don't you? It's like, are you kidding me? You don't ask a woman about her age? Like, that's kind of an important thing to know, to take into consideration how old she is. So, what is this nonsense of not asking a woman about her age? Because again, the women can be so deceptive in regards of things, so. And have pictures that are 5 or 10 years old on their thing and all that. Anyways, let's see. Gap no pictures and Facebook jail. I think we actually went pretty much through it all. Oh my. I seems to be getting some sickness around these apartments. It seems like at least 3 of the apartments are sick. So that's, yeah. This is my AM Jesus God, Dividing Light Pope 666 info. Some music, some radio stations and all that inside of that. And other things. You don't ask how old the woman are. Who said that? Who figured? Who sorted that out? Who fixed that? Who made, like, who made that idea that you don't ask women about their age? Give me a break. Who came up with that? Who came up with that nonsense? Oh yeah, the Book of Revelation is a hoax. What is that other garbage? The arguments from this guy. I haven't heard it all, but like the argument that the guy from the Book of Revelation, knows prophecy of the Old Testament and is using it. It's like, and using the Old Testament as well. Like, you want to tell me that that means it's fake or a hoax? Give me a break with the bullshit. Anyway, there's so much bullshit these days. Maybe we should listen to a little of it. Let's try to listen to some of the bullshit.
It's a bronze.
Let's go back. But like, he doesn't believe that Jesus is God either, as far as I understand it. So there's so many bullshitters out there. It just continues and continues and continues with the bullshitters.
Peace be with you. My name is Rodolfo Martin Vitancol, and Gemini.
I see. First of all, the God of the Old Testament is not the Father of Jesus. The God of the Old Testament is not the Father of Jesus. Okay, so it's like 2 times. Secondly, every preacher will say that they're guided by the Holy Spirit, and whatever they teach is not based on their own personal interpretation, but from what is written in the Bible. Unfortunately, even Satan can quote from the Bible. Yeah, well, anyway. I thought there was something, yeah. Next week I will be coming up with a new video with a title of Is Jesus Yahweh, whom others also call Jehovah? I mainly address this video to all believers that Jesus is Jehovah. Oh, are you going to tell us that he's not God? I will provide you the link when it's done. Next month I will also be doing a video with tentative title of All the Evils of Jehovah in the Old Testament. That one I will also give you the link. Thanks so much for all your series of comments on my videos. God bless, or should I say Jehovah bless? It's like it seems to be confusion. But anyway, does he believe that Jesus is God or not? There was no link for the video. Let's see here what we get here. Videos. Well, he's still at it, making, videos. Oh, whatever. Enough bullshit these days. Lots of bullshit.
In this video, I will present to you the book of Revelation is a hoax.
It's a hoax. Wow.
There are lots of hoaxes or fake stories in the Bible that were presented as truths.
It's like, you want to tell us that the book of Revelation that exposes the devil on so many levels is a hoax. Give me a break.
That up to now have been fooling the whole Christian world. There is the story of Adam and Eve, the story of the great flood, the story of the Exodus, the story of Yahweh, and the Gospel of Paul. The book of Revelation is but just another hoax.
Did he just say that the flood was a hoax and that, like, is this guy, it's like, you gotta be kidding. Let's just go a little backward, it's like, all those hoaxes,
Fooling the whole Christian world.
This looks very
It's a
serious.
hoax.
Let's go a little backward. It's just so much garbage.
Peace be with you. My name is Rodolfo Martin Vitancol, and Gemini. In this video, I will present to you the book of Revelation is a hoax.
It's a hoax. Oh, really?
There are lots of hoaxes or fake stories in the Bible that were presented as truths.
So let's see.
That up to now have been fooling the whole Christian world. There is the story of Adam and Eve, the story of the great flood,
2,
the story of the Exodus,
3.
the story of Yahweh,
Story Yahweh.
and the Gospel of Paul.
Gospel what?
The book of Revelation
At least the first
is but
3.
just
You know.
another hoax
Okay,
in
remember.
the Bible, a mere fabrication of a man, of the Son of Man.
So he just denied the flood. He denied the. I see. So yeah, so he denied the Adam and Eve story. He denied the flood story. He denied the Exodus. I'm not sure what he talked about the last 2 points in regards of the. I didn't understand what he was saying or what he was pointing to. But at least the first 3 pointers is like he's just full of bullshit. It's incredible. It's just rejecting. Oh my! It's just anyway. And then he goes on to reject the book of Revelation. Yeah, what a bullshitter.
8 proofs that the book of Revelation is a hoax. Proof number 1. Revelation is a product of research, not a vision. Revelation is very Old Testament.
Oh.
It borrowed extensively from the Old Testament.
Oh.
It has correlation to the many of the prophetic books in the Old Testament.
Wow. So that makes it fake or what?
Evidently, the author has mastery of all the prophecies in the Old Testament,
Oh.
which he used to the hilt to create his own version of prophecy
So he
with
had.
Jesus as his claimed manifestor.
So he says that the guy that created the book of Revelation has mastery over the prophecies in the Tanakh, in the scriptures. Wow. You know, you wouldn't expect that if it was true, right? It's like, oh my, you gotta be kidding me. Anyway, of course it was John the Apostle that wrote it.
Proof number 2. Revelation is largely a plagiarized work. Being classified as a book of prophecy, Revelation is not something that is unique and original. On the contrary, it contains visions that are filled with so many striking similarities with the visions of some of the Old Testament prophets, such as Isaiah, Daniel, Ezekiel, and Zechariah.
So what? Like,
Revelation extracted many of the images from the Old Testament prophets and then modified them a little to suit his prophetic work, where it is Jesus Christ that he made the central figure, as against Yahweh as the central figure of the Old Testament prophets. I'm going to give you just a few examples of the plagiarism Revelation committed upon the works of some of the Old Testament prophets. Let's take the case of Isaiah. As I read Isaiah's verses, watch out for the words throne, 6 wings, and holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. Isaiah 6, 1-6. I saw the Lord, high and exalted, seated on a throne, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Above him were seraphim, each with 6 wings. And they were calling to one another, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. The images of throne, 6 wings, and holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty will also appear in Revelation. Here is Revelations. Revelation 4, 6-8. Also, in front of the throne, there was that looked like a sea of glass, clear as crystal. In the center, around the throne, were 4 living creatures. Each of the 4 living creatures had 6 wings. Day and night, they never stopped saying, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty. Let's go to Daniel, where the striking similarities with Revelations are so plenty. I will just cite 4. First striking similarity. As I read Daniel's verses, watch out for the words, hair on head was white like wool, white as snow, and flaming with fire. Daniel 7, 9-10. As I looked, thrones were set in place, and the Ancient of Days took his seat. His clothing was as white as snow. The hair of his head was white like wool. His throne
Oh, apparently it stopped.
was flaming with fire, and its wheels were all ablaze. The images of hair on head was white like wool, white as snow, and flaming with fire will also appear in Revelation. Here is Revelations. Revelation 1, 13-14. And among the lampstands was someone like a son of man, dressed in a robe, reaching down to his feet.
Oops. Oh, he's reading the book of Revelation.
And with a golden sash around his chest. The hair on his head was white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were like blazing fire. Second striking similarity. As I read Daniel's verses, watch out for the words lion, bear, and leopard. Daniel 7, 4-6. The first was like a lion.
He's using arguments that because the book of Revelation are so much based on the Old Testament, well, so-called Old Testament, that it must be a fake. Now you gotta be kidding me! What is this guy of a bullshitter? You know, it's like just ridiculous, absolutely rubbish. I wonder if I can actually put my... Oh, that's pretty good. That's putting my feet in there. But he's like using the argument. It's like he's turning around the argument. I would use these, I would think that these arguments were actually for the book, and not against it. It has so many things from the Tanakh that is just intermixed in the book of Revelation throughout it. So it's not, you have to further investigate the Bible to further understand the book of Revelation. It's like, so clearly the person that wrote it knew a good amount. It's like, is that a negative thing? Is that like it has to be? It's like, give me a break. There's so many secrets that you can dig forward from prophecy and from these books, and it's like, so whoever, like, there's so much information. It's like, yeah. Anyway.
And had eagle's wings. And behold, another beast, a second one like a bear. After this, I looked, and behold, another like a leopard, with 4 wings of a bird on its back. The images of lion, bear, and leopard will also appear in Revelation.
Wow. Yeah.
Here is Revelations. Revelation 13:2. And the beast that I saw was like a leopard. Its feet were like a bear's, and its mouth was like a lion's mouth. Third striking similarity. As I read Daniel's verses, watch out for the words, made war with the saints. Daniel 7:21. As I looked, this whole...
I don't know why it's stopping. Kind of annoying.
horn made war with the saints and prevailed over them. The image of made war with the saints will also appear in Revelation. Here is Revelation 13:7. Also, it was allowed to make war on the saints and to conquer them. Fourth striking similarity. As I read Daniel's verses, watch out for the words, mouth, speaking great things. Daniel 7:8-11. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth.
Apparently it has a way of stopping. Yeah, you just, I really feel like just listening to the book of Revelation, really, and just, it's always nice to listen to the book of Revelation without having, bullshitters like this
Speaking
fix their
great things.
nonsense upon it.
The image of mouth speaking great things will also appear in Revelation in a somewhat modified way. Here is Revelation 13:5. And the beast was given a mouth, uttering haughty and blasphemous words.
Oh yeah, me too. Do 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 do.
Clap your the people underneath us and the nations underneath our feet.
That's interesting. How is it like?
Chose for us our
This one is blue.
inheritance, the glory of Jacob.
Why wouldn't it actually change the color in this?
Clap your hands, all people.
What is the Firefox thing
With the
actually?
voice of joy, for the Lord Most High is to be feared, a great King over all the earth. God has ascended with a shout, the Lord with the sound of a trumpet. Sing praises to God, sing praises to our King, sing praises. Clap your hands, all people, shout to God with the voice of joy, for the Lord Most High is to be feared, a great King over all the earth. For God is the King over all the earth. Sing praises with the skillful song. God reigns over the nations. God sits upon his holy throne.
That's what I was looking for. I can't even remember.
Clap your hands, all people. Shout to God with the voice of joy. For the Lord Most High is to be feared, a great King over all the earth. The nobles of the people have assembled as the people of the God of Abraham. The shields of the earth all belong to God, for he is highly exalted. Clap your hands, all people, shout to God with the voice of joy, for the Lord Most High is to be feared, a great King over all the earth. Yes, the Lord Most High is to be feared, a great King over all the earth.
Man, I just removed it. You can't even have a cursor. But like why wouldn't you be able to have a cursor? I don't know. It's like I have something, where like a cursor, right? Somewhat of a cursor that is following the. Why wouldn't you be able to actually do that on mobile? That just follows your touch, make something follow your touch. And all the funny things or whatever, just we don't need those. Mobile follow your touch. Must be something that could, track how to track an Android phone. Like gestures and animations, the pillar of mobile. There must be something, but I guess not. You can make if you make a game or something like that, you can make it move the thing, right? So you're going to tell me that you can't make anything on the website that actually could make follow your touch, if you pushed up here that it would move or something like that. Are you telling me you can't do that on a web page? You gotta be kidding me. But yeah, typical bullshit. That's probably some hack the planet out there in regards of things, but yeah. Yeah, I do want in regards to the Book of Revelation. There's the Knight in Gold that. Yeah, that's another. Really should have those two books on my.
Let's go to Ezekiel,
Well, I do also have some
where
others.
striking similarities with Revelation also abound. I will just cite 3. First striking similarity. As I read Ezekiel's verses, watch out for the words throne, in appearance like sapphire, and seated on the throne was a likeness of human appearance. Ezekiel 1:26. And above the expanse over their heads there was the likeness of a throne, in appearance like sapphire, and seated above the likeness of a throne was a likeness with a human appearance. The images of throne, in appearance like sapphire, and seated on the throne was a likeness of human appearance, will also appear in Revelation in a somewhat modified way. Here is Revelations. Revelation 4:2-3. At once I was in the Spirit, and behold, a throne stood in heaven, with one seated on the throne. And he who sat there was a rainbow that had the appearance of an emerald. Second striking similarity. As I read Ezekiel's verses, watch out for the words seal on the forehead. Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said to him, pass through the city, through Jerusalem, and put a mark on the foreheads of the men. The image of seal on the forehead will also appear in Revelation in a somewhat modified way. Here is Revelation 7:3. Do not harm the earth or the sea or the trees until we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads. Third striking similarity. As I read Ezekiel's verses, watch out for the words third part. Ezekiel 5:2. A third part you shall burn in the fire in the midst of the city. And a third part you shall take and strike with the sword all around the city. And a third part you shall scatter to the wind. The images of third part will also appear in Revelation in a somewhat modified way. It is Revelation 8:12. The fourth angel blew his trumpet, and a third of the sun was struck, and a third of the moon, and a third of the stars, so that a third of their light might be darkened, and a third of the day might be kept from shining, and likewise a third of the night. Let's go to Zechariah, where I will just cite one. As I read Zechariah's verses, watch out for the words red horses, black horses, white horses, and dappled horses. Zechariah 6:1-4. Again, I lifted my eyes and saw, and behold, 4 chariots came out from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of bronze. The first chariot had red horses, the second black horses, the third, white horses, and the fourth chariot, dappled horses. The images of red horses, black horses, white horses, and dappled horses will also appear in Revelation, except for the dappled horses, which was changed into a pale horse. Here is Revelation 6, 1-8. I heard one of the four living creatures say, with a voice like thunder, "Come." And I looked, and behold, a white horse. When he opened the second seal, I heard the second living creature say, "Come." And out came another horse, bright red. When he opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, "Come." And I looked, and behold, a black horse. When he opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature say, "Come." And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. So there you are. Plagiarism at its best.
Plagiarism.
Yes?
Uh-huh.
The funny thing here is the author even gave a warning. And I read Revelation 22, 18-19. I warn everyone who hears the words of the prophecy of this scroll. If anyone adds anything to them, God will add to that person the plagues described in this scroll. And if anyone takes words away from this scroll of prophecy, God will take away from that person any share in the tree of life and in the holy city. Did you hear that? He is very careful that his plagiarized work be tampered with by anyone. Preposterous, yes? Or evil?
Was that it from him? Should be more.
Proof. Number 3.
He's going further.
Jesus never delivers his message incomprehensibly. He will leave no room for any misunderstanding. Jesus will even use parables so that his message be made so crystal clear that even little children can very well understand it. Jesus is a man of simplicity. For instance, he came with only one true God, his Father. He came with only one doctrine, love. He came with only one mission, life. He came with only one way to his Father, Jesus. Sad to say, the Jesus of Revelation turns out to be the exact opposite. The Jesus of Revelation uses loads and loads of symbols and allegories that are so bizarre and outlandish that even Jesus himself in heaven can never ever get to correctly interpret any of them. With so many bizarre and outlandish images, Revelation can be more in the genre of fantasy literature, in the likes of Harry Potter, more than an apocalyptic literature.
It's just incredible. This guy is just so much full of bullshit. He just told people that a lot of the images that is used is actually found in the Old Testament, and then he goes on to say that it's just impossible to understand these symbols and all that. Like, you're gonna be kidding me. Maybe you should read a little more of the scriptures in regards to the Old Testament to understand further more of the book of Revelation. Like, a good beginning would be the book of Daniel, of course, you know, although he does seem to have understood that the book of Daniel also exists. But yeah, the book of Daniel is like a huge book in regards to the book of Revelation, because it unlocks so many puzzle pieces further and keys to get further understanding in regards to the book of Revelation. So,
In the likes of Daniel. For instance, I will read to you a partial list of symbols and allegories that Revelation is riddled with, and see for yourself if you can get even half of the meaning of each.
I wonder why it's downloading so
One.
much.
The 7 flaming torches burning in front of the throne.
Yeah, the
2.
7
The
congregations.
7 spirits of God. 3. The 4 living creatures. 4. The 6 wings that each of the 4 living creatures has. 7. 5. The 7 horns and 7 eyes that the Lamb has. 6. The 4 winds of the earth. 7. A third of the sun, a third of the moon, and a third of the stars becoming dark. 8. A third of the land burned up. 9. A third of the sea turned to blood. 10. A third of all the water turned to wormwood. 11. The measuring of the temple of God. 12. The 12 stars on the crown of the woman's head. 13. The red dragon. 14. The 7 heads and 10 horns of the red dragon. 15. The 2 wings of the great eagle that was given to the woman. 16. A year, 2 years, and half year that the woman was taken care of. 17. The earth that helped the woman. 18. The first beast. 19. The 10 diadems on the horns of the first beast. 20. The 42 months that the first beast was given authority to act. 21. The second beast. 22. The 2 horns of the second beast. 23. The number 666. 24. The 3 angels. 25. The sharp sickle. 26. The 7 last plagues. 27. The sea of glass mingled with fire. 28. The 7 hills. 29. The 7 kings. 30. The 8th king. 31. The 10 kings who have not yet been crowned. 32. The pearl in each of the 12 gates. And many, many other more. I am aware that many have come forward to interpret the many symbols and allegories there are in the book. But the question is, Are they 100% correct? This I will tell you. A message that cannot be clearly understood is like picking up a strange-looking object, and after studying it and finding no any good value in it, you throw it away as nothing but rubbish.
Like people like this, like, you can always, you can always find people that is just, um, yeah, well, if you're going to go in and say it's just hogwash and all that, probably won't understand much of the Book of Revelation. So it's a very, very deep book. Like, regarding Revelation as a hoax, it's just utter rubbish. I don't understand how people can, you know, um, oh my. Oh, give me a break. Like people so easily misled. Oh, give me a break. Oh, well. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's like so much bullshit. Um, mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so this guy is a bullshitter. So anyway, let's see here. What's like the whistle, the Book of Revelation. By what is it called? Something I can't even remember. Why is my memory not better? Bird. He was called something like Bird something. I just had the name. Just I don't know what this.
Comes again on the clouds of heaven to fulfill Daniel 7:13 and 14, to bring about a salvation for those that are waiting for him. Yeshua HaMashiach is the way, the truth, and the life, and no man comes to the Father but through him. No, why don't you go and enjoy the rest of your Shabbat? You want to receive salvation, you have to be born again. It is a supernatural work of God to take place in your heart once you come to the...
The problem, I guess, is that I think it was a Sabbath that she did it on. Not the smartest thing to do it on the Sabbath, you know.
Believe in Yeshua. That if you believe that he is Lord, that he died on the cross for your sin, was buried and raised on the third day, he will save you. God bless you, Israel. We love you. It's so painful. We know Yeshua. We have a relationship with him. He's alive. He's coming back. Look how sweet you are. Look how sweet your children are. And yet you're teaching them to hate your Messiah. Your kids are so lovely. They're adorable. We love you, Israel. And yet you're teaching them to hate your Messiah. Comes again on the clouds of heaven to fulfill Daniel 7:13 and 14, to bring about a salvation for those that are waiting for him. Yeshua HaMashiach is the way, the truth, and the life, and no man comes to the Father but through him. No, why don't you go and enjoy the rest of your Shabbat?
Yeah, Shabbat, that's the problem. Yeah, it sounds like it's the Sabbath. That's kind of not the, the Sabbath in regards of a day of rest and all that. Yeah, it's just not the best way to, the seventh day is a day of rest and where you kind of, take a break and everybody takes a break and, it's just like it is a day where people just try to take a break from everything and rest and all that and it's like doesn't personally at least I wouldn't do it like that on the Sabbath. It's like if anything, I would do it on another day. Because, it will, doing it on the Sabbath day just further doesn't help on, so. I can't remember what he's called, the guy, in regards to the Book of Revelation. That was in regards to the Book of Daniel. I also want to investigate. Well, it was called something in regards of the Book of Revelation, and it's like, I should know. I think I had it in my memory. Something with a bird, something like that. The guy's dead now, but he did the whole Book of Revelation in one go. Oh, maybe I can find it on my Facebook, maybe, if I search. No, apparently we have some issues. Nope. I guess everything is being ruined by the powers to be. Thinking. Yeah. Book of Revelation. At the moment I see it, I think, come on. Bird, the songbird, the whatever guy. Pretty sure I posted something right now to it. Let's see, videos. I can't even remember what he's called. The guy that actually did it. I guess it will come up at some point again. I wonder if he actually ever did the Book of Daniel as well. It's like, because those two books kind of go together. So it must be amazing just to recall a whole book in regards to the Book of Revelation. Like, you would never be bored, right? If you knew the whole book of Revelation and you were fixed in a room or something like that, you could just, go through the whole book of the, that would be pretty cool, Of course, these days we do get Bibles if you're in a jail or something like that. But yeah, if you could actually, remember a whole book of the Book of Revelation, you can just sit and go through it. It's like, that could be pretty cool. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. Just go over the whole book. No one could take anything from you. You would always have the Book of Revelation, and just to think over and go through again and again and again. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I can't remember what the guy was in regards to the Book of Revelation. Yeah, well, anyway. I don't know if I have it here. Let's see, Revelation. Bird, something. Revelation, birdie guy, no. Oh well. Anyway, I guess that's enough for me today. May Jehovah be with you. Yeshua, most precious pearl, and the